Do you want to focus better on your work, be more productive, get more meaningful work done? If so, then listen closely, because in today's Tuesday episode, I'm going to share with you 2 tips on how to improve your general cognitive fitness so you can focus better. If you have been watching my videos consistently, you know that I'm a big fan of Cal Newport and his work. He's a computer science professor and a best-selling author. My favorite books of his are The Deep Work, So Good They Can't Ignore You, and The Digital Minimalism. About a month ago, he started his own podcast called Deep Questions with Cal Newport that I highly recommend. In one of the questions that he received, he was asked about how to improve productivity and focus. And this is something that he covered extensively in his book, The Deep Work, but it was a really good reminder, and I wanted to share with you some of his tips. A lot of people struggle when they need to focus for longer periods of time on one work, on one task. That's especially if the task is boring or if it requires a lot of brain power. The thing is that this is something that we can train and that we should not expect that we will have it without prior training. So what Cal Newport says is we need to focus on improving our general cognitive fitness as well as the one that is specific to our work. So in today's video, I want to talk specifically about the general cognitive fitness. It's similar like with athletes. They have their own discipline, but they still need to work on their general fitness. So how do we do that? How do we improve our general cognitive fitness? One of the most powerful things you can do is to allow yourself to get bored. Get used to the feeling of boredom. If you're like most people, when you are waiting in line for something or when you have few minutes of doing nothing, you immediately reach out for your phone, you start scrolling social media, maybe you listen to something, you give your brain something new, something exciting, and there is this connection in your brain between, oh, a little bit of boredom, immediately something new, something exciting. And your brain doesn't really distinguish between boredom while you're waiting in line for something and boredom at work when you're doing something that, is not so exciting. So you can't really be surprised that after 5 minutes of your work, your brain is screaming like, give me the phone, give me something new and exciting. And Cal Newport is a huge fan of boredom. He says it's not only going to improve your focus and productivity, but it's also going to lead to you asking some self-reflective questions, you coming up with new ideas. So if you allow yourself to be bored at least for a few minutes every day, you can improve your life significantly. And the second tip on how you can improve your general cognitive fitness is read a lot. And I mean a lot. Cal Newport says that if the reason behind reading is simply to improve your general cognitive fitness, it doesn't really matter what you're reading. It can be fiction, non-fiction, it can be something that's going to move you forward in your career goals, but it can be something purely for pleasure. The point is, read as much as possible. And if you feel like you don't really have time to read more, check out my other video where I talk about how you can read way more books. It can give you some great ideas. Those were the 2 tips on how you can improve your general cognitive fitness. There are obviously way more things that you can do, and if you're interested in this topic, let me know down below in the comment section. Just keep in mind that, like with physical exercise, this is not something where you will see results immediately, but with consistent work, you will see huge difference in several months. But don't forget that the general cognitive fitness is just one part of the training. You also need to train on how to focus specifically on the type of work you do. How? Check out Tuesday's Action episode 11, where I share with you the steps. See you next time.